Morning everybody, Greenerman here, hope you're all good in these strange times we've got at the moment with the COVID. It's a wet day here in France, you can see the table's soaking. What I'm going to do today is I've got the Stihl 021 in a good saw, but I've got another saw. I picked this up second hand. I've got another saw with the same size bar. It's got a 14-inch 35cm bar on it, and I've got a bit of a bigger tree to cut today, so I wanted to put a longer bar on, try and maximise how much I can get through the trunk. So, and also there's no point in having two saws with the same size bar on, so what I've done is I've bought the Stihl 40cm 16-inch bar, roller-matic key system, and new chain to go with it. It's the, which one have I got? 3/8 pitch chain, oil-matic chain, micro chain it is, still. So we're going to fit that today in preparation for this job I've got. So there's the bar. Nice new bar, nice new chain. So what we need to do, get your tool, release both those. Quite cold here today. Chilly. There's a bit of a fog and it seems to keep the temperature down. Doesn't let the sun come out. Take the cover off, as you can see. That's where the bolts were, that's the little drive sprocket. Teeth are looking good on that. There's your bar, so we'll drop this off. Hoping that'll fit on the new one as a spare part for the new one. What we're going to do, get a build up of debris here, so we're just going to give it a bit of a scrape. All that oily gunk off the channels for the oil. So it's a little bit of an upgrade for this saw. The saw can take it. When you're looking at upgrading the bar you saw, you've got to check on the horsepower and check that that actual motor unit can drive a bigger chain. This was supplied originally, what saw? 1996 this saw, and what are we now, 2021, so it's 20 years old nearly. Well, it's 20 years old, 26 years old, still does well. So what you've got to watch is that you've got the right size motor for the bar that you're choosing. Another thing you're going to lose is you're going to lose a little bit of power with the longer chain you put on, because there's more teeth to cut, so there's more drag on the chain. Shorter chain, more power. Not by a huge amount, but it does vary. As I say, I've already got an MS 181 with a shorter bar on. So this has a little bit of a bigger motor on it. I thought I'd go bigger on the bar and chain. So we'll do that. There we go. Clean that out there. So the chain and bar are okay on this. I just wanted the bigger bar on. So that's the bar. We'll also give this a clean. Oh dear, this is well due a clean up. well due a clean. What are we now? We're just in the start of February, and it's the 8th of February. Actually, I should have been onto this over winter and given it a good clean, but I'm doing other things, just didn't get around to it. Amazing where it gets this stuff. Next time this comes off, I've got to get the airline, blow it all clear. Okay. So the bar's going to go on there. Pick up with that lug. There's a right and wrong way for the chain. Diagonal is a cutting edge, so you want that pointing forward on top. Chain it all the way around. It's going to be a bit tight, so the adjustment is that screw there at the front. That leaves the little adjusting pull bar forwards and backwards to line up with the hole. So we need to come back with that to get it over the sprocket. It's important you match up the correct chain with the bar that you're going to use. This is a 325, I think, as well, which looks similar but it's not. It's in 3/8. And the detail, if you're unsure, of the chain sizes actually on the actual bar, as you can see. I'll show you in a minute. There we go. So that's on. Tension that up now. I think new saws might have automatic, well, easy tighten tensioners on. So it's just like a wheel you turn on a ratchet that tightens them up. But I don't know how good they are. So I'm just holding the bar down. You'll be able to see how it's moving forward in relation to the two pins there. So, a bit more tension on that. Right, so I'll support the bar. You can see there's the details of this. 40cm, 16-inch, 55 teeth, 3/8 pitch, 1.3mm. That's the bar number for ordering a new one. And the old one, it's going to be easy to read. The 1.3, 35, 14-inch Pico chain, that one. Right, so got it located onto the sprocket. It's in the chain. Put the cups back on. Pop the nuts back on. I think the new saws have just one nut on here, from what I've seen. Don't do it too tight, just so they're just touching. And we'll look at that. Still a bit too much slack on that. If you can see, the chain comes out. Could do a little bit less on that, so I'll tighten it up on the screw. Tighten up these nuts a bit more, a bit too tight. Back it off a little bit. What you want is when you pick it up in the middle of the bar, to be a little bit of a gap there. This chain, because it's new, will stretch a bit as the links start to bed in, so there'll be more slack on it over time. And you have to just be aware of that and tighten it up after a few hours of use, maybe sooner. Let's just loosen those a little bit. Right, see, they were too tight, the bar was being gripped. So although I was loosening it, I wasn't getting a true indication of how tight the chain was, because it was being held on the bar. A bit more. A bit more. So you should pick it up against the weight of the saw a little bit more. You don't want the bottoms of the guides in the rail to come out of the drill. Happy with that, so we'll lock it up at that. So now we've got the new saw. Brakes off so we can turn it round to make sure it's free. So when you're adjusting it, tension wise, so that screw there. So that's that. I'm going to clean this bar up, keep it as a spare. Perfectly good bar, there's no problems with it at all. Looks like it got a bit hot there at some stage. Not on this side, on that side. And I'll see if that chain's any good. A good indication of chain wear sometimes is if you can bend it into a bit of a curve. That lets you know how much play, wear there is between the links. So, the teeth are quite sharp, short on that one compared to the new one. So there you go. That's the upgrade on this saw for now. You'll see it again later, hopefully, when I fell the big oak tree that I'm going to be doing. Okay, take care everybody. Bye for now.